So guys, a new patch has dropped for Marvel Snap. It is a hot fix. It is what they call an OTA, so an over-the-air patch that nerfed and buffed a couple of cards really quickly. So we are going to go over the patch notes to see what happened. This change is already live on the Marvel Snap game. So you can go into your collection and see that this is already in place in there, brother. So let's take a look at what they did and the reasoning about it, because that is really important to know how the team of Marvel Snap at Second Dinner thinks about this stuff, you know. So they say, for those unaware, OTA stands for over the air and refers to a hotfix change we're making to content outside of our usual semi-monthly patch schedule. This week we're making 4 changes in an ongoing effort to encourage a more diverse spread of decks and individual cards being played. To set expectations, this patch won't cure all the metagame's ills, but it should represent an improvement until our next action-packed patch. So they say this outright so people don't think that this is meant to completely revolutionize the metagame. So this is not the fix for the Shuri meta for sure. They are probably going to do something for Shuri on the real patch, you know, and for now they are giving us this stuff and they are saying it outright from the beginning. So the first change is for Red Skull. He was a 513 and now he is a 512 and the ability remains the same. So they are basically taking 1 power away from Red Skull. As our previous patch notes discuss, we last adjusted Red Skull to weaken specifically his interaction with Shuri and Taskmaster. Our goal was to keep his strength otherwise flat or even slightly improved and see how things settle once we soften Thanos' grip on the metagame. We know many players disagreed with that approach and we're waiting that feedback as we continue to debate internally how to aggressive our balance of days to how aggressive our balance of days should be. Yes, people think that the aggressiveness towards the Shuri deck should have been higher, you know, and they are trying to fix other stuff around Shuri without touching Shuri directly, and I believe it is because Shuri is a card that has few things to move, you know, so I don't know what they are going to do, by the way. In this case, things settle into an improved metagame, but with decks based around Shuri and Taskmaster still too strong for our liking. Yes, Shuri is basically the best deck, brother. We recognize Shuri is clearly the true offender here, of course. And we have a balance patch, a balance change for Shuri ready. Oh, so they already know what they are going to do with Shuri. I would like to know, right? Like, is making Shuri a 4-0 enough? I don't believe so, because you don't care about the 2 power that Shuri offers. You care about the doubling of the power. What are they going to do? Like, Shuri gives 10 power, Shuri gives 5 power, Shuri doubles, or I don't know what they can do. It is so weird. Or Shuri is a 5-2. That could be a solution, right? Let's keep reading. However, that change to Shuri needs a patch to be implemented. We can make it via an OTA. So it is not making her a 5, because I think that making her a 5 could be done by an OTA. So maybe they are going to rework her ability. That would be, wow, I don't know what to think, brother. So this is an interim adjustment to weaken the Shuri deck just a bit more. We do expect Shuri to remain viable after this Red Skull tweak, of course. But we don't want to drastically nerf multiple innocent cards when we have an incoming nerf to Shuri herself. I agree with this approach. Once that change to Shuri is live, we will revert this or previous Red Skull changes. Maybe, but we are going to give that some time because we rather ensure a larger chief in the metagame. I agree with this again. And I like Red Skull being cool, brother. I like that card, and it will be stupid for Shuri to make Red Skull bad, you know. Sunspot. Oh, brother, this is awesome. This is fucking awesome because if you know me, if you know my content, if you see my videos, if you have watched any of my streams, you know that I think that Sunspot is just too good, or was just too good. Well, we don't know how it is, how it's going to be now. And Sunspot went from a 1-1 to a 1-0, and I agree completely with this. And this is exactly the nerf that I proposed for him, because he remains with the same ability, and Sunspot is just too good, brother. It's the best or one of the best 1-drops in the game. Sunspot is one of the most heavily played cards in the game, not only as a 1-drop, but in the whole fucking game. The why is obvious. He's strong, he's in Series 2, and he has powerful synergies with other cards like She-Hulk and Infinite. The opportunity cost for having him in your deck is also very low, since you only have to have one spare energy on any turn to unlock his strength floor, and the ceiling can be very high. Exactly, brother, exactly. Sunspot is just too good, and you don't have to worry about being efficient with your energy because you have a Sunspot on the board. Everything is going to be alright. The opportunity cost with Sunspot is insane, brother. All of this adds up to a solid criteria for a minor nerf, creating space for less played cards to compete more often for slots in decks. Exactly. The viability of cards like Sunspot and what is the other one? Iceman completely removes the having to decide what one drop do I want to play in my deck. You don't think about it because you play Sunspot or you play Iceman, and that's it, you know. We were curious if nerfing She-Hulk would have any impact on Sunspot, but truthfully we didn't expect any change and assumed we'd be making this adjustment sooner rather than later. We did evaluate some other changes to Sunspot, but for Series 2 cards we want to retain the elegance of the original design, just a touch weaker. As a default card in both Shuri and Thanos, this change does impact those decks a bit more than others too. I don't believe this will impact Shuri that much, but it is cool. It is cool. I agree completely with this, brother, because I have been saying this for months. I have been saying that Sunspot is too strong for months, brother. Now we have here the Shadow King, one of the cards that nobody uses. Nobody has seen this shit being played. Nobody even know what this shit does because nobody plays this shit and nobody cares. So let's see what they do to change this. From a 4-3 to a 3-3, set all cards here to their original base power, so the same ability, but they are reducing the cost. Reducing the cost of a card is a really good buff. Typically, it is a really good buff. So maybe he could start seeing play. And he is a card that is good against Shuri, by the way. But I don't think this is enough. I don't think this is enough. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Shadow King's whole purpose is to fight back against exactly the kind of thing that Shuri is doing. Oh, exactly. They are saying it here. But this card simply released too weak to be a consideration for most decks. We recognize his status as a Series 4 card that's used to answer powerful decks rather than fuel them. Might limit his potential to impact the metagame. However, we're happy to just give him his boost and see where things land from there. Yes, probably he won't be used that much, but maybe I am wrong and people start using him as an answer to Shuri. Sentry, another of the cards that is underplayed in the game that nobody uses because it sucks. So let's see what they did to Sentry. From a 4-8, you can play this at the right location or reveal at a -8 power void. To a 4-10, so they are giving him 2 more power. You can play this at the right location or reveal at a -10 power void. Brother, leave the void at -8, brother. Leave the void at -8. Sentry is a card that just hasn't found a great home yet. Yes, Sentry sucks. While these number changes aren't an obviously impactful buff, it does increase the potential reward for running Sentry and the potential damage donating your void with Viper can do. That is correct if you can pull it off. Another strategy that people use is not only donating the void, but also eating the void with a Carnage is a good strategy. Using stuff like Destroyer, and also the other thing is just filling the lane before playing Sentry, so the void doesn't have a spot to spawn, and you prevent the void to spawning in the first place. Those are the strategies that people think around the sentry. So I maybe might try a sentry deck to see what happens with this change, because this is cool. Will it be good? Probably not, but now we can start experimenting. We have some stuff in here. I'll be honest, guys, I believe all these changes are good. The one that I agree the least is the Red Skull, because the real offender is Shuri. But all the other ones I agree with. This is cool. And they say our balanced future. Let's see what they say in here. Speaking of changes we're interested in trying out, we have an exciting announcement about the future of card balance for Marvel Snap. Okay, give us something good, brother, because we have been in the same meta game for 3 months and we are bored. So maybe you bring something good to the game. Let's see. Starting with our upcoming April patch, currently scheduled for 4/18. So this is the first time they announce when the patch is going to drop. So this is in 12 days. So a week and a half. Okay. We'll be making weekly changes to cards in the game. Oh, brother, this is really cool. This is really fucking cool. Because we complain all the time that they take too long to make balance changes, and they are planning to do them weekly. That is fucking cool, brother. That makes me excited. Our patch every 4 weeks will continue to release on Tuesdays and include card updates as well, but the intervening weeks will each feature changes going live on Thursdays via OTA. So yes, they will have the big patch on Tuesdays once a month, but the other 3 weeks they are going to introduce smaller patches like this one from today, with just something like 4 changes with buffs and nerfs. Brother, this is really cool, and it makes me excited for the future of the game, because I'll be honest, guys, I have been bored and burned out of Marvel Snap lately. Everything with the game is bullshit. The economic system, you know what I think about it, and the only thing that was keeping me going was the gameplay, and the gameplay lately has been bullshit too with the meta game, and I am bored, brother. But maybe this approach can reignite the luck for the game if the meta game evolves weekly. You know, that would be awesome, brother. That would be fucking awesome. So this makes me excited a little bit, you know. We know this is just the sort of balanced attention and prioritization that many of you have claimed for. Exactly. I have been saying that we need something like this for months, brother. So thanks for your passionate feedback. It's been a multi-team effort to get this process buttoned up over the last month, and we all hope you're as excited as we are. I am, brother. This is good news for me. I hope you guys can deliver, you know. I hope you guys can deliver with this. Why Thursdays? Why not? Actually, Thursdays are just a good day to slide into the rest of our schedule and ensure our QA team has enough time to verify these updates. It also avoids stepping on new card releases or hot feature locations. I agree with this. It doesn't really matter what day it is. If they believe the Thursdays is cool, I am fine with that. What kind of changes will we make? Our OTA tool gives us the ability to make changes within about a week or 2, but it is limited in what we can change. We continue to developing the tool and expand its limitations, but for now you can expect weekly Thursday changes to be numbers only, like the above, with our larger patches still addressing most major changes to card functionality and VFX. So yes, they can adjust numbers like the energy, the power, maybe the buff or the nerf that a card gets in, for example, Darkhawk gets +2 per card that the enemy has on their deck. They can adjust this +2 to a +3 or to a +1, you know, those type of stuff, the numbers. But if you want to rework a card, they need a patch. They need the patch that is once a month. And I understand that, but having the OTA for numbers, it is cool, brother. That can be really useful, bro. Will we be nerfing or buffing cards? Oh well, as you can see with Sentry and Shadow King, we do intend to buff cards through OTA. In fact, we're going to guarantee at least 1 buff in each of these updates. Oh brother, this is fucking awesome. We have been asking for buffs too, aside from just nerfs, brother. This is good to know. Brother, we will also use this method to balance the meta game with nerfs, but only when it's deemed necessary. This is cool. How many cards will change each week? Our target is 2 to 4 cards each week. I hope it is more 4 than 2. On patch weeks it's possible we change more, and that's as that's a unique access point for us. Yes, the main patch of the month is the one where we are expecting more crazy stuff to happen, brother. How will we pick which cards to change? We have a list of buffs that we're making to existing content. We're prioritizing them based on how we expect the individual changes to affect the metagame, or even combine with new cards and locations, but we'll shift them around based on the live metagame. Why not just make all those changes now? This is a good question. One of the things we're wary of with balanced patches is how much change is too much. Brother, the game is in a state that you could change 100 things and it wouldn't be too much. But I understand where you're coming from. We've avoided changing more than a handful of cards at a time for a while now, and we think that's a good thing because they're easier to digest. Until now, it hasn't been a good thing because the metagame has been stealth for 3 months. So you changing more stuff would have been healthier for the game. But I understand where you're coming from. Plus, spacing out these changes lets us slightly freshen the metagame periodically, this is true, rather than shake it all up at once and then watch things settle into a new state of stasis. But now with this shit that you are introducing each week, you can shake it all up at once and do it each week and have it be exciting every fucking day. Take the opportunity, second dinner. You have it at your fingertips, brother. How long will we do this? We plan a trial period for May, and depending on how it goes, we may continue onward. We're optimistic about that at the moment. I hope it goes well, and I hope they continue because we want the game to keep evolving every week, brother. That's all we got for now. We hope you're stoked for the future of weekly balance updates. I am, because I was bored of the game, and this might revitalize my love for the game if I have a new meta game each week, you know. And we'll see you in a couple weeks as we turn the page on a new chapter in the book of digital balance. Okay, this is cool. This is cool. I see this whole post as something positive, brother. They changed a card that I wanted them to change. They buffed 2 underused cards that are right now into Series 4. I opened the Sentry in a box, by the way. That is why I have the Sentry. So I agree with this. And what they are saying in here, I agree too. Changing stuff weekly can be really good for the game. So I see this post as something positive, brother. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments below, brother. What do you think about the balance changes? The Red Skull, the Sunspot, the Shadow King, the Sentry. What do you think about the new philosophy for the weekly updates? Let me know in the comments below, brother. Thank you for being here, guys. Remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am really close to 1K, brother. Help me out to get there, bro. And again, thanks for being here. You are awesome. God bless ya. And remember, as the great Bill Hicks said, this is your story.